Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE NXT review for September 6th, 2017. And I know that was a long time ago now. I originally did watch the show. I didn't watch it live. I think I watched it like the week of. And I did the live reactions to it and everything. And I was going to do the review, but then I never got a chance to because I've been busy with school. I've also been focusing on other projects like my Halloween movie review series and other things like that. So I just really haven't had a lot of time to watch NXT. So I feel bad about that. So I want to at least utilize this weekend to catch up on NXT. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I actually had to go back and rewatch this episode because it had been so long since I had seen it. And I just watched it a couple of minutes ago. Let's just get right into this review. So we had Percy Watson, Nigel McGuinness, and Mauro Ranallo on commentary for this show. We had the first match on the show. It was Johnny Gargano versus Tino Sabatelli with Riddick Moss ringside. And overall, I thought this was a good opening matchup here. Tino Sabatelli, starts to kind of laugh at Johnny Gargano, not take him seriously. He starts to ground him a bit. Gargano chops at him, but when he goes to bounce off the ropes, Tino Sabatelli catches him with a drop kick, and then they have like a nice little match. Gargano gets a lot of the offense in. Gargano goes for a slingshot DDT springboard in the ring, but Tino Sabatelli catches him in a running power slam. He starts to get too cocky, and he starts talking crap to Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano hits a super kick on him, and then he gets him into the Gargano escape. Tino Sabatelli taps out, and Johnny Gargano goes over. Obviously this makes sense because they actually seem to want to push Gargano, but I kind of like what they're doing with Johnny Gargano. He's just kind of supposedly getting into the feel of being a single star since he had been in a tag team for so long, and I kind of like the story they're telling with Gargano, making him into a likable babyface. And I actually like the team of Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. I saw two of them obviously Riddick Moss and Johnny Gargano had a good matchup a week prior to this, and then you had Tino Sabatelli, who also has had a good match with Johnny Gargano. So I thought this was a good match here. I like the storyline they're telling with Johnny Gargano. I really hope that they make him a huge baby face and maybe put the NXT championship on him at some point. Then William Wee goes backstage, and Roderick Strong comes in, and he feels like that he's done everything that's been asked of him. He has a lot of momentum right now, so he wants an opportunity at the NXT championship. So William Regal makes the match in 2 weeks. It's going to be Drew McIntyre defending the NXT championship against Roderick Strong, which I'm looking forward to that match because we watched that match a couple of months ago in August, and it was a great match, and I can't wait to see that match because we didn't really get a finish before, and obviously these are two characters that we care about, so I'm looking forward to that match. And then Sonya Deville cuts a promo, and obviously they're still trying to figure out what's going on with the NXT Women's Championship since it's been vacated, and Sonya Deville talks about how if Asuka had defended her title against her, she would have defeated Asuka, and that's why Asuka never wanted her to face her for the NXT Women's title. But now that Asuka's off of NXT, it's pretty much inevitable for her to win the NXT Women's Championship. Then we had the next match. It was Lacey Evans versus Bianca Belair. I thought was a nice, solid women's match here. Bianca Belair, though, gets the win when she whips Lacey Evans with her hair and hits a reverse powerbomb for the win. And overall, I liked this match, and I like the finish, and I kind of like the whole shtick that Bianca Belair has, where she has the big ponytail and she whips people with it. It's something different, and it's something I've actually never seen before, and I actually think that it's pretty cool, and I like it. I think it's cool. And then next we had a promo segment with Aleister Black, and he comes out and he talks about how and they made this feel like a big deal too because these are going to be the first words that he's spoken since he's come to NXT. And he comes out and he talks about how he's fought for 15 years to get to NXT, and he's had a bunch of scars along the way, and he has felt like that he's been an anti-heel. He doesn't represent good or evil, and he talks about how his journey in NXT is far from over. Then he gets interrupted by the Velveteen Dream, and he pretty much claims that he doesn't really see any scars on him. He just has inner hurt in him, and he needs to start to come into the light. And then Aleister Black kicks the microphone out of his hand, and he sits down in the crisscross applesauce position, the pose that he does. And then the Velveteen Dream does his pose, and Aleister Black stands tall. And yeah, overall, I thought Aleister Black actually cut a very good, very solid promo. Velveteen Dream, I'll give him credit for this. Patrick Clark actually tried to make the promo work. He is trying to get this character over, but it's just not getting over with me. I don't really care for the Velveteen Dream character. I just think he should be Patrick Clark, especially since his partner, Leo Rush, is now signed to NXT. I think it would make sense, but they're not going in that direction, and I think it's a shame about how Patrick Clark's being used right now. Then next, Dakota Kai cuts a promo, and she talks about how she proved in the Mae Young Classic that she shouldn't be that she should be taken seriously, and nobody should doubt her abilities. And she says that she's going to prove that she is the captain of the Kicks and use that to win the vacant NXT Women's Championship. Then afterwards, we had a match. It was No Way Jose versus Lars Sullivan. And Lars Sullivan pretty much destroys No Way Jose throughout the whole match. And he wins with a diving headbutt and then a one-handed spine buster for the win. But I thought this was good. This made Lars Sullivan look like a monster, and I'm actually enjoying him right now. I love him just coming out there and destroying people. I do kind of feel bad for No Way Jose because I actually think he's an entertaining character, and he's just kind of used it as a jobber in NXT, and I think that's a shame. Then we had the main event, and this main event was a really good main event. It was Tyler Bate and Trent Seven versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish with Adam Cole inside. Pretty much this was Red Dragon versus Mustache Mountain, and this match was really good. If you haven't seen this match, I definitely would recommend it because it's just a really good match. Trent Seven and Tyler Bate start hitting quick moves onto Kyle O'Reilly. Trent Seven hits a quick wasteland, and Tyler Bate hits like a 450 right off of Trent Seven's shoulders. And then O'Reilly and Fish get the heat onto Trent Seven for a while, and then eventually Trent Seven hits a 7-star lariat onto Bobby Fish. Tyler Bate gets the hot tag. He starts going off on Kyle O'Reilly. He goes for a German suplex. Trent Seven reverses it. Tyler Bate hits a suplex out of the corner, and then he hits like a shooting star splash. And then Kyle O'Reilly kicks out of it. Trent Seven and Tyler Bate hit a back suplex into a power bomb and like a combo move, and Kyle O'Reilly is able to kick out. And then Trent Seven hits a tope suicida on the outside and onto Bobby Fish, and then the Fish and O'Reilly get the upper hand. They hit a kick to the head and suplex move, and Tyler Bate's able to get his feet on the ropes. Trent Seven gets tagged back in, and behind the referee's back, Adam Cole takes out Tyler Bate with a super kick, and the finish comes when Fish and O'Reilly hit high and low on Trent Seven for the win. They had a different, I think it was called Total Chaos, I believe, but I'm just gonna call it high and low. And the heels go over, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but pretty much we found out that the name of this new faction is called the Undisputed Era, which I think is a pretty decent name for this group. And afterwards, Drew McIntyre comes out, and he wants to beat the crap out of him pretty much, as they've been attacking him the past couple of weeks. But the Undisputed Era escape. They take off through the crowd. McIntyre stands tall. You think the show's going to go off the air. Then Sanity, minus Nikki Cross, pops out from the crowd and attacks the Undisputed Era, and McIntyre gets involved in this brawl as well. And they chase off the Undisputed Era, and they stand tall with Drew McIntyre's theme song playing. And overall, I thought this was an awesome end to the show. I really enjoyed that tag team match too between Fish and O'Reilly versus Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. And I like the fact that the heels went over. It made sense. You're trying to establish the Undisputed Era as a faction to be reckoned with, and it makes sense for them to go over. And yeah, overall, I thought this was actually a pretty good episode of NXT. If I had to rate it, I'll rate it a 7.5. I thought it was actually really good. It had some good matches and some good storylines on it. And now that I've kind of gone through that, let me go through the my star ratings for each match. For the Johnny Gargano Tino Sabatelli match, I'm going to give that match 3 stars. For the women's match, I'm going to give that match 2.5. I thought that was a pretty decent match. And then for No Way Jose versus Lars Sullivan, I thought it was a 2-star match. You know, did served its purpose, made Lars Sullivan look like a strong monster. And then for the main event, the tag team match, I thought that was a really good match. I'm going to give that match 3.5 stars. I thought that was a lot of fun to watch. And I thought, you know, the right team won. And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on NXT. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my own The Talking Data channel, CM Brothers channel, and this channel, and click on the bell for all 3 YouTube channels, so that way every time I upload a video, you guys will get the notification for it. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.